Alrighty, folks, this is a call that I look forward to each week because it gives you just a little sneak peek into what is going on in the Fresno market. This is what I call the hub call. I have an office building in Fresno dedicated to helping real estate investors and home buyers make it happen. And in order to do that, we bring this folks together. Matt, how you doing, buddy? You were first in today.
I'm doing great. Hope everyone's having a good start to the week. Monday morning, it's always fun to get back in the office and, back to the grind.
There you go. Well, one of the things I wanted to talk about, you and I actually spoke last week about this. I think it's true. Ty will follow up with this in a minute, but we're heading into the slow season. A lot of people take kind of August off. It is vacation time. So something I am telling people, again, is be aggressive. Write those offers. Yes, I know you may have written the offer before and they declined. Write it again. I'll tell the story, right? Olivia and I were shopping in Vegas. I saw a house that was dialed in. They wanted 1.5. I'm a cheap son of a bitch. I told my guy, I'll give you $1 million cash or 1.2 loan, trying to figure out where they are on the urgency scale. They told me to pound sand. 2 months later, it sells for 1.25. If he would have negotiated with me a couple of months ago, I probably would have paid 1.25. But again, folks, follow up. You have a lot of pre-approved buyers, Matt, I know. I think a lot of them are taking August off, and that's a mistake. Write the offers. What do you think?
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing what I can to send that exact message, even if you're not finding what you want in your market, or you think that you might not buy for next 3 to 6 months. It is in your best interest to
write
keep
the
doing
offer.
The work. Well, yeah, even if you don't write the offer, Mike, at the very least, pay attention, because there's opportunities coming up that you don't know somebody else's timing. The perfect house in the neighborhood you're looking to buy, somebody might have closed on their Texas property, their Tennessee property. And you know what? If nobody walks their open house all weekend and their agent says, listen, things have slowed down a little bit, we don't have any offers, they are going to entertain you. And that's not a wait from now until October, wait from now till December thing. That's a specific timing of that seller. You want to be in the market doing the work, and at the intersection where one of these sellers that is in a position to, don't wait for a fire sale. And that's another thing, like me and you talked about this, Mike. People are going to take what I say and they're going to hear whatever they want to hear. Don't hear, wait, don't do the work, the market's going to be better 6 months from now. Don't hear that. Also, don't hear fire sale on the way, something that's listed for $550 in a neighborhood that generally moves pretty fast, that you're going to all of a sudden get something for $395 a month from now. That's not going to happen either. But
yeah, let's be very clear. There are two markets, folks, and there might be more, but again, for simplicity reasons, there's below the median and above the median. Let me be very, very clear. If you are lucky enough to be shopping in the luxury market like I was, you can find steals. In my market, there was a house we looked at that went for was listed for 1.8, sold for 1.1. If you happen to be in the ultra luxury market, there was a penthouse in New York that was listed for 130 million that sold for 30 million cash. Folks, write the offer. End of rant. Ty, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I want to say 2 or 3 things just to connect the dots. Is spot on. I love Gary Vaynerchuk. He put out a video 2 or 3 days ago, and he just talked about like how much he loves August, and everybody's asleep at the wheel.
Everybody's asleep. Everybody. Do the work.
And it's so, this is the time. And even I got to say, I'm struggling, man. Like even this morning, did not want to get up, did not want to go to the gym, was beat up because it was so hot. Even, like it's been so hot the last couple of days, whatever. But even still, it's like, no, you got to do the work. And I'll say this. So August is a great opportunity. The market does slow down. And this is interesting. And I'll go back to, I had a deal put together on an on-market deal, a fixer-upper. I'm going to make up the number so that I don't tip my hand. But I'll just say, like, basically the property, I was in contract for, let's call it 430. Okay. In theory, it's not accurate, but it gives you an idea.
I got you. Yep.
I did my walkthrough, did the contractor subs. I came back to the seller and said, you know what? It's not going to work at the 430. I need to be at probably about 400. And there's another agent involved, a listing agent who I know, who I've closed a lot of deals with. They, in fact, brought me the deal. They go, you know what? Seller just feels too confident. They'll do the work themselves. They're not going to drop the price to 400. This is like 2 weeks ago. I wake up today to my inbox. Actually, when I get home from the gym, I look and I got an email. Hey, the seller's willing to take that 400 now. So just a little shift, right? Like, you know, so I'm two things. One is that having an aggressive campaign to reach out to people and follow up. Now, I've been doing this a long time. The agent knew to come back to me and let me know because of reputation, because of our good experiences in closing deals. But I would say, even for everybody out there, even if you're writing that, what Michael would describe, disrespectful offer, or just the offer that makes sense for you and it doesn't go, keep an eye on those deals. And then even to the point being where check back in 10 days, check back in 14, 15 days. Hey, how's it going? Even if that deal closes, by the way, do you have anything else coming up that might, you know, something that you're working on, a lead, you know, maybe something we can do off market. So I would say this time of year, especially August, September, going into this period, there's going to be a lot more deals getting done the way I just described.
Yeah. And the other thing I want to give a shout out to the one and only great legendary Jason Pritchard. He and I did a video yesterday that went live at 3:00, issuing a warning and imploring people to see the opportunity, right? If you are in the business like you are, Ty, where you are constantly moving, you're doing multiple projects at one time, I'm telling those folks, the Omars, the Adrians, the Jasons, the Ties of the world, to be careful. Remember what happened last year. The deals that you lock up now are the ones you lost money on in January. Remember that. That was painful. So don't get out of your buy box. Don't think the spring selling season is going to continue. Be extra, be extra tight.
So, and just real brief on that is that you can't have a March or April strategy in August or September or October.
Exactly.
Because by the time you finish that project, it could be November, December, it could be January. Are the interest rates going to be 7.5? Are they going to be 6.5? Or are we still going to be bouncing around at, plus or minus 7%? You don't know. So you've got to have margin. You've got to be disciplined to buy what Michael's taught us, buying the buy box. By the way, is there a theme of purple, Michael? Are you rubbing off on us?
I think
see
so.
Matt, I see the purple.
Guys,
I just noticing this on the screen. So
I like it.
Okay.
Thank you guys for staying on brand. I appreciate it. Well, one more thing for you, Ty. We'll go to Carlos next. Well, I gave a warning because there's a lot of people that follow me that needed to hear that, guys. The deals you do today are the ones you lost money on last year. Be careful. A lot of that conversation was supposed to implore people that are like me, that do 1 or 2 deals a year, to be excited because our time is coming. I proved it last year. Pat Kim on this call brought me a deal on Michigan that we made like 45 grand on. He brought me another deal 2 weeks later on whatever the hell street that was that we made another 40 grand on. It's because, and dude, these were on market. I don't have texters, dialers, driving for dollars. I got a hungry agent who writes a lot of offers that brings me the deals when they work. We'll get to Pat in a minute, but folks, we are coming back to that time. Please, you have to get ready to be ready. If you aren't getting ready today, I'm going to kick your ass in October and November. I'm going to fucking crush you. So get ready now. So rant over. Carlos, my man, who did the work on my Michigan flip. People got to go look at. You do amazing work, man. What's going on, Carlos?
I'm doing great here, enjoying the weather is not as hot as before. And
yeah. Well, let's first tell everybody you are not driving. You are parked. You just happen to be taking this from the road. So we're not breaking any laws here. But Carlos, again, you're a big part of my team. You do lots of work in Fresno for me. If somebody wanted to get a quote or a bid, how would they reach out to you?
most definitely, you can give us a call at 559-681-8431. Again, that's 559-681-8431. Most definitely, please give us a call only between 8 and 5.
You mean some of my fans are calling you at odd hours? Shame on you people. Come on, let's be respectful.
Yeah.
What else are you seeing in the market, man? I know you're actively in the market. What's going on? What are you seeing out there?
Well, I did share that article about the ADUs and how the state of
Yeah.
California, and it was interesting. I was just sharing with Martha, man, I got to get more into that and do the work. Yeah. And be able to offer to other
Yeah.
people who are do that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something there. We got to find out where Adam's been lately. Adam's been a little MIA, but he was supposed to be doing some work with the county. Maybe we got to pivot, get somebody else working on that. Fresno's, we're lucky. They have, I think it's 3, maybe 5 approved plans. I gave Adam a list of properties going, hey, which ones the city want me to do? Maybe I need to change horses. I'm not sure what's going on with Adam. I need to follow with him. So, Carlos, keep it up, man.
I will, definitely.
Amy, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm great. We had a great weekend here in Fresno.
Awesome. I'm curious, you brought something to us, I think it was 2 weeks ago. I could be wrong, so please correct me if I'm wrong, that the Central Valley, Fresno County, still had $100,000, up to $100,000 for down payment assistance. Is that true?
Yeah. So they have their own, the county is offering a down payment assistance for Fresno County properties, some Madera County properties, but you have to apply to find out if those qualify. But even though it says up to 100,000, you still have to be 80% of the AMI, the area AMI. There's a worksheet that we put together and see what funds, the max funds you're available, is available to you. But the funds are still there.
Yeah, if you're watching this in Fresno County, you've got to reach out to Amy or Matt the Mortgage Guy's team. Tell them you're from Fresno. You'll go to Amy. You might as well go through the worksheet. It's down payment assistance. I mean, why not? I mean, the market, go find a deal. Then you work with Pat Kim to go find something that works. But did anybody reach out to you when we talked about this 2 weeks ago?
No, not yet, which was
come on, people. What are you doing? Yeah. If you know anybody that's a buyer in Fresno County, let them know there's some free money to be had. There's a pool of money. It's going to get used by someone. It might as well be you. But Amy, if somebody want to reach out specifically in Fresno, how do we do that?
Okay, so greatmortgagebroker.com is a short little form. It'll go straight to our team so we can kind of see what you're contacting us for, so we can call you, kind of prepared a little bit to answer some more questions. But if you just want to text or give me a call, you can do that too. It's 559-472-0686.
Love that, Amy. One more time, what's the number if somebody wanted to text and get started on this?
559-472-0686.
Awesome. Mr. Kim, how are you, sir?
I'm doing terrific. Thanks for having me. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. It's about time for you to get busy and write lots of offers. We got 2 last year, so I want 4 this year. Is that okay with you?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Well, let's go back and remind people what you did last year, because again, I want people to realize what is coming, I think, will be very similar last year. A lot of buyers will give up and disappear. A lot of people will take the summer and the holidays off. This is when I go hard. I always go hard. This is when I go harder. So again, let's remind people what we were able to put together. Both properties were on the MLS, correct?
Correct.
Because they're on the MLS, anybody on the planet theoretically would have seen these and could have written these offers, correct?
Absolutely.
We got both of them for roughly, round numbers, 30% off list price.
Correct. 30, 35.
30% off list price.
Mm-hmm.
Then we did flip both of them. I think the first one, Michigan, was 90 days. So we got to the FHA rule. And then the other one was actually faster. Yeah. Manor. Thank you. Was a critical conventional one.
Correct.
Why were we successful in your mind? Why were we successful last October, November, and December getting them?
I mean, to use your line, you did the work. We just basically called listings that other people weren't willing to. It was just we were just flipping over stones that everybody else just kind of passed by on. And after we got done with Manor, people kind of caught on and they started making calls as well. And
Yeah.
so we started, we weren't able to come by those deals as easily, but just like anything else, it's a cyclical kind of process. And so I think that we'll be able to capitalize on it again, because human nature is, once it gets a little bit tough, they kind of back off and the
Yep.
tide goes out. And that's, like you said, you capitalize on those times. And so we'll be back. So
Yeah.
we're
I
trying
think
to
there's
get
a
more.
couple of there's something else that I don't know that we've said. And if we have said it, I think we only said it once. I love to celebrate the two deals. I love making money. But let's be clear. You did the hard work. You kicked the rocks. Let me ask it this way. How many deals did you have to look at to find the two that worked out? Because I'm guessing you looked at a lot more than people realize.
Right. I mean, at least a couple hundred, and
Exactly.
we call, text is probably even more. You just continue to reach out to them, call them. A lot of rejected phone calls, a lot of unanswered phone calls, but you just kind of keep at it and yeah, keep it in the pipeline. And just like Ty was saying, you just circle right back to the people that may
Yes.
not have answered at first. The second time you reach out to them, like a couple weeks later, all of a sudden you get an answer back. So
Yeah.
just stay on
I
it.
think I think what I remember of Manor is Manor was listed for a long time. And we
Hmm.
took a shot out I think we took a shot at Manor even before Michigan, if memory serves. And the buyer wasn't, or the seller wasn't motivated yet. They thought they had something
Right.
and they
And
didn't
they
because
tried
the
the
house was
market
rich.
and nothing was
Yeah.
coming. Right. Correct.
And then we ended up buying it for even a little bit less than I originally offered. So again,
Yeah.
make the offers, follow up, follow up, follow up. And again, I love to celebrate the two deals. But remember, I was working with an agent, Patrick, who did several hundred. He looked at hundreds to find the two. That's the dedication this
Yeah.
takes. So Pat, if somebody wanted to work with you, get started in Fresno, how they reach out to you?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a text or a phone call at 559, which is our Fresno area codes, 825-7559. That's 825-7559.
Very, very cool. Elaine, any more insurance companies cancel coverage in California? What's going on?
No, well, they're pretty much almost all gone.
Yeah, we got any left?
Yeah, we're still swimming in that murky water.
Yeah.
Very limited options, but we still do have options. A lot of brokers, which has never happened before, are working together. Some of them may have a company that'll take some non-standard things that I can't write on the auto side, but as far as home goes, we have pretty much all the options.
Yeah.
Chad and I have worked together, getting some new appointments with some other companies that are taking those,
Yeah.
the homes.
That's great.
So,
Folks, if you don't know, if you're a California homeowner investor, there's been a lot of insurance companies that have refused to renew policies. I got one such letter that Elaine's working on and Chad and team are working on. It's coming, right? Insurance companies can't make a profit here because of fire and all these things. So they're just saying, hey, no new policies, no renewals. It's getting pretty tough. If that has happened to you, that's one of the reasons I'm so pleased to have Elaine at the hub, because she put her number right there. You can text her at 559-696-9196. Let her know you need some help. If you're a new investor, you want insurance. If you want to get a quote or establish a relationship, the same number. Elaine, anything else you want to say on this? I know lots of people are reaching out for good reason because you're helping me and by extension helping them. What else is going on?
right. Just to be patient with the pricing as well, because it's, we don't make the rates, we're just the messenger. So we really need, just a lot of people are calling. If their company hasn't pulled them or non-renewed them, then they are seeing their rates, some double and triple. So just
pretty
know
bad.
that is, and you also have to look at the dwelling value, because of the cost of inflation, those dwelling values, your home's gone from a 300,000 replacement cost to 452,000. So that
Absolutely.
makes a big play on the premium, but yeah, establish that relationship. Send me a text, send me an email, as much information as we can on the property, and then we can get some rates and some quotes going for you, even if your policy is not set to expire. So
yeah, folks, if you are a property owner in California, it doesn't hurt to reach out, even if your policy is not up for renewal just yet. you may want to establish that relationship so you're not caught short when you get that little notice with the pink letter that says, sorry, we're non-renewing. That is not fun to do. So Elaine, thank you for being here again. 559-696-9196. Get a file open today. All right, we'll go around one more time. How people reach you? Any closing thoughts? Matt, you're up first.
Yeah, just the greatmortgagebroker.com. We're licensed in 48 states. So if you're looking to get started, get some advice, fill out an application, get pre-approved, the place to start, greatmortgagebroker.com.
Awesome. Ty, something you and I haven't talked about in a while is you're looking to mentor and bring in some agents, even if they stay at their brokerage, to be a part of the hub. Talk about that in closing thoughts.
Yeah, we're looking for people that want to learn how to become deal makers, or maybe you're a deal maker and you're just looking for more support. Michael is one of the best buyers, investors in that marketplace, Fresno, Madera. We're looking to expand and create more opportunity. And for us, it's all about community. It really is all about community. So if you have an interest in joining the hub, or even you want to do some deals together, even like wholesalers, if you're like legit in it to win it and looking to grow, hit us up. You can email me, ty@tylg.com, ty@tylg.com, and would love to talk with you. So
awesome.
Yep.
Thank you, buddy. Carlos, one more time. Again, you're doing lots of work for me, as you should for other ORAD fans. How do they get a hold of you and get a quote?
Most definitely, you can reach out at 559-681-8431. 559-681-8431. I do want to share with everybody, no jobs are too small for us. If you have anything, any work order, any maintenance calls, give us a call. We will be glad to take care of you.
Yeah, the other thing I would tell a landlord, if you have existing properties, you might want to reach out to Carlos and maybe get on kind of a schedule, like every 6 months, for have him go walk your properties, maybe do some checks on the swamp coolers or ACs. Just get on that kind of process, something to think about. Carlos, you do a lot of that for me, so thank you very much. Amy, any thoughts on what's going on? Bring us home.
Yeah, I just, like you guys said, I mean, I kind of feel like I parrot you guys sometimes, but honestly, I think just making the offer is so important. Obviously the turnkey properties that are coming on the market are going fast, but the other ones, 30 to 45 days, make the initial offer, watch it, call the agent after the first week, call them every week, because I am seeing those, come in lower. I mean, the offers are getting accepted.
Yeah. Folks, do the work. If you're in Fresno, you've got to be working with Amy. Make sure, 203K loans. There are so many ways to get started. You don't have to pay list price. Watch Days on Market. Work with Amy. Amy, what's your phone number one more time if they wanted to start a conversation?
Yeah, so greatmortgagebroker.com or 559-472-0686.
Mr. Kim, you have your goal. We did 2 last year. That means we got to do 4 this year. You excited?
Absolutely. Let's get to it.
And if somebody I'd love to get an FHA or VA story going. If somebody wanted to use or leverage those programs, work with you and Amy to make that happen, I'd love to document at the hub. We have that podcast room. We'd love to get those stories started. If somebody wanted to reach out to you, how do they do that?
Yep. 825-7559. That's 825-7559.
There you go. And Elaine, you're bringing us home. People need to get insurance. How do they reach out?
Yeah, they can call or text 559-696-9196. They can also email Elaine at fastsavings.co. So either one works. And like Ty was saying, just we're happy to be part of the community. We're here to help educate. Even if you're just wondering what something is on your policy that you don't know what it is, you can reach out either way.
Awesome. Thank you guys for being part of the hub. Thank you for helping the community. You're amazing. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Bye.